So if I connect this wire to this thing, this screw, and tighten it up, and then I should have power to this thing, right? And that way, when I do that, everything should work better, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Yes. I mean, that's kind of what I do sometimes.
You just connect things and see what happens?
And then, yeah. And then if it doesn't work, hit it with a hammer. Now, it might not work any better, but you will feel a lot better.
Yeah, I always feel better when I hit things with hammers. Always. It is the cure-all for frustration.
Yes, most of the time. So once again, here we are, because Facebook likes to screw with us. I now have to spend this time to share that we're running our mouse because we can't do it early.
Yeah, we gotta figure that. There's got to be a way. Maybe if we actually sit down an hour before the show starts, like we're supposed to, or we do. However, don't spend that hour trying to figure out what the hell's going wrong with your computer. Maybe we would have time. We could start the stream a little bit early. You know, put the logo up with the countdown timer, and you could share it during that time.
You're asking for an awful lot.
I know I am. I know. Hey, Mandy, weren't you just on?
It sounds.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. I mean, we do have a little bit of a delay. I have some weird internet stuff going on that's legitimately not my problem for the first time.
Yeah, I was actually surprised it wasn't your fault. I was all ready to blame you, throw you under the bus and all that, but I can't now.
Yeah, no, this is outside of my scope of expertise. I was actually ready 30 seconds before go time, which never happens.
Yeah.
So here we are. But now you can talk to Mandy.
Yeah, I just want to say, hey, Mandy, because I was just watching you on somebody's podcast. It must be you just got done. I wish I'd known that, because I would have had you jump on for this to talk about this evidence we're about to review. And I know that Mandy, maybe I shouldn't say. I'm not going to say anything. If she wants to announce that. I'm not going to say anything.
What, her multi-million-dollar contract running a paranormal empire on a TV network?
Yeah,
yes.
that's if she wants to announce that, she can. I just know that that she's got some fun things happening on Saturday that everyone will notice when it gets to that point. So I'll let her say it if she still can. All right. Why don't I? Let's see. How am I going to do this? I'll have to send you a link, Mandy, and then you can join us. So, Britt, you talk about something for a minute.
So I was racing my mowers this weekend, and I'm waiting for him to cut my mic now.
Okay, I'm going to cut your mic right now. Dick!
It's so funny. JV absolutely hates the fact that I freaking race mowers. Anyway, so here's the deal. So I got some more evidence. This is what we're going to do tonight. I went through some more of the Dragon Table stuff with the spirit box, and there's verbiage coming through, and I'm hoping that you guys, like last time, that was so successful last time. I want to do this again. I think we're going to kind of make this a regular thing, where we were doing it with Mary Grace on the subscription level, but she seems to be the only one that shows up, so we got to kind of broaden this out a little more. So we need everybody's help to decipher what we're hearing. And I'm thinking I'm hearing stuff, but I just want to double check with you guys before and kind of get a consensus on what's coming out of the spirit box. Some of it we probably will not be able to understand at all. I'm just hoping maybe, someone has better hearing than me, because, I can't hear the low ends at all. But maybe we can come up with something like the last one where he died at the cross. That one, I never even would have thought that until it came up, and then it fits so perfect. So basically, I've got 3 or 4 clips from the Dragon Table, Spirit Box stuff that we're going to go over and over and over and over again until we kind of get a consensus on what it is. I don't know what JV has. And now that Mandy's joining us, I mean, there might even be more there. So it will be an interesting night. We're just basically going to start doing this on the regular, where we just go through the evidence with you guys and see what you hear, what we hear, and parse it out and come to a conclusion. And that's what we're going to put together in a little video package and spit out to the world.
Yeah. And, and we're not, I mean, obviously, if you wanted to, and I think we've done some of this for our subscribers, if you wanted to, you could sit through the whole 3 hours of audio recording for one night at one location and then hear all the subtleties. But what we've done is or primarily Britt, with this particular stuff we're going to look at, is he's pulled out segments that have some interesting anomalies. I want to say hi to Amanda. Amanda said hello, and then Amanda said, I'll catch you all next time. Have a good night. Sorry you can't stay, Amanda, but
Bye, Amanda.
we always like seeing you in the chat. Carmel, good to see you. And Renee, nice to see you. Chris plays some mean Call of Duty. I got to tell you that. Had a chance to play some Call of Duty with Chris over the weekend. And, he was tearing it up with the Call of Duty beta. I want to say hi to Beth.
Does he actually kill people?
Yeah, he does. He does, yeah.
And stay alive?
Yeah. It's actually, we all had our share of deaths. It was a beta, and nobody knew the maps and all that stuff, but it was me and James, Vax, and Chris. We played for a few hours over the course of the week. We had a lot of fun. Scooter, good to see you. Beth, hey, Mary Grace, and Heather. So people are filing in as we do this. So once again, before we get into...
say hi to your daughter.
Where's she? Oh, Alexandria J. Levy. I don't recognize her as Alexandria J. Levy. I'm still trying to get used to that instead of Alexandria
That's why I pointed it out to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That was very helpful.
Because, should those come down there and hit you upside the head?
Yeah, which she will.
Which might be fun to watch.
And I have to tell you, so she is coming. She lives in Staten Island in part of New York City. She's coming up here over the course, I think, of this coming weekend. And then on Wednesday, she's jumping in the car with me because Vax cannot make it. James can't come to our investigation in Missouri next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. So Alex will be jumping in the car with me and making the trip, which is a heck of a drive we've got to undergo. But she'll be running the command center for the Friday and Saturday night investigations we're doing on the 27th and 28th of October.
Please, please, please tell me that there's going to be a GoPro running in that car so we can capture your guys' conversations back and forth.
What do you think we're going to say?
Slow down, speed up, slow down, watch what you're doing.
What the heck do you think?
You're a horrible driver. You're getting me car sick.
Hey, Mandy. Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. You've been so busy, as always.
Yes.
I didn't want
How
to.
you guys doing?
We're great. I didn't want to spoil your announcement, and maybe we shouldn't. You told me today that you had some goodies coming that you're going to employ in some of your live streams and stuff. If you want to say something, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll just move right past it and let people wonder until it actually happens. That's up to you. I didn't want to spoil your news.
Anticipation.
I think I will let some of our people wonder.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. And just so you know, Britt has a video lag going on because of his internet issues. So if you see something weird going on there, that's why. Just so you know. So you were on a podcast just a few minutes ago, weren't you, Mandy? Weren't you just doing somebody's show?
I was just on a podcast, yes.
What was the show? What was the podcast?
Souls Paranormal.
Mm-hmm. I haven't heard.
Paranormal Souls.
I haven't heard of them. I watched a few minutes of it when I was waiting for Britt to get ready here, and it looked like they were a bunch of fun guys. And a gal, I think, was there.
Yes, they're a family.
JV, Mandy's a gal, just so you know, and she was there.
I know. I wasn't talking about her, though. I was talking about the people on the other side, the ones that run the podcast that had her on as a guest.
I just want to make sure you understood.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out. I think I learned that back in like 5th grade, 4th grade. I don't know, somewhere along in there. They taught us all that stuff. Don't worry.
That long? I knew when I was a kindergartner, I had an Audi and the others had an innie.
Oh my God. They're a family, Mandy? They're a family of a paranormal team?
They actually were calling the father the paranormal dad, is what some of the people watching us, they were putting in the comments. Hello, paranormal dad. He does it with his children. So.
Well, I know another family group of investigators. I think they're called the Ghost, not Ghost Gals. It's Ghost. What is that word, Britt? Ghost something.
Ghost Girls. Ghost Girls.
Ghost
Sisters.
Ghost Sisters. That's the one. They're related too, from what I understand. Anyway, hey Keith, good to see you. Thanks for checking in with us. Zero the Hero. Oh, that's a pretty interesting name. Good to see you. Long time no see. Yeah, you haven't seen us since the Independence Gang era. That's true. That's true. We were, Yeah, we've been absent for about a year, and we came storming back with Paranormal Reality TV. So good to see you again. All right, so Mandy, what we're going to do is we're going to play, and I know you saw us do this last week. You were in the chat, so you were watching. But we have a lot, as you know, that You're a Shrine investigation. Hey, Tanisha, we're going to be talking to you on Thursday, live at 1 o'clock Thursday.
Tanisha.
Yes.
Tanisha, hold on. I got to settle this right now. I need to know where to get that coffee. Whatever coffee you gave, we finally ran out of our old stuff, put that stuff in the last couple, 3 or 4 days. Gretchen's like, you got to find where this coffee is. Like, I might have to jump on a plane and go back there to just get it. This coffee is so freaking good.
I was thinking the same thing, Britt.
Tanisha, if you can help a brother out, I would love to get more of that coffee, or if I can order it online somewhere, that would be amazing.
Well, there you go. Britt just did his coffee shopping for
I'm staring at comments, waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we did, so as you know, Mandy, that You're a Shrine investigation, especially that night around that dragon table, we had so much stuff going on. And as we've gone through evidence review, we've caught a lot of things that that happened in real time, whether it was coming through the spirit box, or it was stuff that on audio recorder, or it was stuff that the camera just happened to pick up. A lot of stuff. After you left and had some time to reflect on that investigation, and particularly that hour or whatever it was that we sat around that table, what are your thoughts? I mean, Britt and I are pretty impressed. How about you?
I am definitely impressed. We've always had really good experiences at the Dragon Table, but this was very different. There was just so much going on, and the real cool part of this is when it started talking about the twins. And that right there is an intelligent spirit that is coming through the spirit box. That means that spirit is acknowledging who is there and who they are talking to.
Well, we had a lot of evidence of that for sure, both in the responses we were getting through the devices that we had, whether it was the REM pod, the K2, the spirit boxes that we were using, or we're just hearing noises in the room that seemed to be in direct response to what we were doing. And Rick, the gentleman that owns the place we were in, the You're a Shrine, was talking about the twin phenomenon. Yeah, the gatekeeper was talking about the twin phenomenon. And basically, when we first got there, he had laid out the whole, what would you call it? I guess it's the whole premise of what the You're a Shrine is. It's this whole idea of balance. The yin, the yang, the right, the left, the male, the female, everything is in balance there. And he works very hard to keep it that way. And he mentioned to us, as you just referenced, Mandy, he mentioned to us that one of the things that nature considers to be the most in balance as it relates to the human race is this idea of twins, but a male-female twin. And Britt's two children that were with us, some would call it slave labor. We call it family help and free help.
Yes.
They are twins, and it's a boy and a girl, Tyler and Riley, and they were in the room or near the room the entire time, and that very well may have been part of what we were experiencing and why it was so darn active. Now, the second night we went in, we tried to play on that a little bit, and we didn't have quite the same results. It wasn't quite as active as the first night. We did have activity, absolutely had some. But that first night, when we were sitting around that dragon table, was, as Britt pointed out, Sean Farash was with us. It was his first time ever investigating, and he hit the mother lode. He had the holy grail of investigations, with the exception of not getting a full-bodied apparition in front of him. He did not have that. He had everything else. Anything he could have asked for a first investigation.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll just tell you, though, that the second night, how it was at that table, that is about the most active, with maybe just a little bit more that was going on any other time I've actually investigated that area. But I'm going to say that night that the twins was there, the first night, that was the most active I've seen that Dragon Portal table. And we've even done seances there, and never had all that going on like that. So it just validates what the caretaker Rick was saying about the yin and the yang. And but little did he know that there was twins there.
Yeah, he didn't know right
So
away. He
Yeah.
didn't know right away, and then I don't know how it eventually came up, and he started to talk about, well, that is exactly part of what this whole place is about, and therefore that could very well be instigating or adding fuel to the experiences we were having. And man, we were having some. And Britt has spent. I mean, Britt has. It was so active. How long ago was it that we were there? 3 weeks now? Was it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still pulling stuff out.
He's still going through this stuff and pulling stuff out, and he's basically hasn't even made it off the first night because there's so much stuff.
No.
And
wow.
You know, and what's the other thing that's really crazy, because I'm obviously going through the footage, and just so people know, so I looked through our streaming software footage that has our audio mics that go to it. And then I'm looking at the raw camera footage, because we also record to an SD card in the camera, which has a shotgun mic on it. And so what we're going to play tonight is from the shotgun mic, which is actually far superior than the audio mic or even the recorder that was right next to the spirit box. I don't know what it is about the shotgun mic, but it just worked for that room to be able to hear the spirit box quite well. But on top of the spirit box stuff, which is what I have for tonight, and maybe for the next one, I'll just get all the equipment that we had that was going off just spot on to command. And I mean, there was one time, I don't know if you guys remember, but when we kind of first started getting rolling, all of a sudden the ball went off, the REM pod went off, and it just moved across the table. And the REM pod at the other end, the really obnoxious one, went off. Then Mandy's dead REM pod went off behind Tyler, and then the other REM pod. It was just like everything. The K2s were going crazy. It was like everything went off at once, and we were just like, whoa, blah, blah, blah. Our brains were just scrambled, and then it got focused. But it was like when we first opened up the door, so to speak, it was like, you know what it was like? And JV, you probably have a lot of experience with this. You know, when you leave the house for like 3 minutes to go get your mail, and then you come back in and your dog has completely thought you abandoned her, and she's just going nutso.
yeah, right.
And then she finally comes. That's what it reminded me of watching. It's like the dog going nuts because you just came back from 3 minutes gone and then settling out. But it was just, I'll pull that clip for next time, because it was just an interesting watch. It was about a minute long, maybe a little longer, but just the equipment that was just going berserk. And it was weird because you could watch the K2s where, you know, where are we? I'm trying to see where I'm at. So this one would go off, then this one would go off. Then the one in the middle would go off, and then this one would go back off, and then the one on the left side would. So it wasn't like it was a whole room going. It was just like whatever the hell was going on. The REM pods, it was bouncing around. It wasn't, you know, like when when we would use the walkie-talkie, everything would go off at once, and we knew what it was. But this was like individual stuff going off, but all of it was going off in a very short amount of time, as if something was running around the room chasing its tail. And that's what I was watching
and I
all
wanna,
over again. And I was like, man, I forgot about that.
And you hit on this, and I was going to make that point of clarification if you hadn't, but I'm going to do it anyway, even though you did. We know when we're in a room and all the equipment lights off and everything's making noise at once, we generally know if there's some kind of electronic interference, a walkie-talkie or something else that is doing that. We know when that happens. That is not what was happening here. This was, as Britt pointed out, they weren't all the devices weren't just going off, flashing all simultaneously. They were just kind of going off randomly. This one would go off down the other end of the table, then the one behind us, then back on the table, then to the right, to the left. And that is, if it was a walkie-talkie or if it was somebody's phone or something else like that, it would have set everything off within a certain area, and we would have been able to recognize it. That is not what was happening. We check for those things. We watch for those things, and we know when that happens, and that's not what was going on there.
No. And woot woot, party time. Pam Harris with some stars. Chris Cummings with some stars.
man, he's like, he spends more money with these guys than he does with the Ghost Sisters. That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Anyway, yeah, thanks, Pam. And thank you, Chris. And Chris, I want to know when your Apex Legends is completely downloaded. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to resume that. And that's the next game on our docket here when we get a chance to play some. So just so you know. You want to go to some of these files, Britt? You want to do that now?
Yeah, let's do one. All right. I'm just gonna play it Well, you know what? People like watching me, so I'll just.
Where's that man's voice?
That was a man, not a woman.
Come on, restart.
Where's that man's voice?
That was a man, not a woman.
That first one was a man.
Did he say family?
No, that's a foreign language.
Part of them.
Is it Latin?
Okay, so I remember this when we did it live, and then I remember we kind of talked about it last time. But now I got to draw. I really want to see if can we. I'm going to play that little section over and over again and see if we can decipher.
Yeah, before you do that, do you have the audio gain boosted on that file?
I do.
Turn it down a little bit. It's distorting.
A little bit?
Yeah, I don't know what you have it on, but turn it down a couple of notches there.
I have it on 5,000.
Okay, then do 4,998.
Yeah, it was on 17. All right, I'm going to put it at like 6.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Restart.
Where's that man's voice?
That was a man, not a woman.
That first one was a man. First one was a man. First one was a man.
Did he say?
So I definitely hear the them you're talking about at the very end, JV. But that first part, right before that, can anybody make out what that is? And please chat, tell us what you think in chat for sure. And we have about a 20-second delay for chat, so. But do y'all have any idea?
I need to hear it a couple more times.
Okay, here we go.
Did he say family?
First one was a man. First one was a man. First one was a man.
Do you want to stand against them?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that was saying.
Or you're going to be with them?
Ooh, are you going to be with them? Okay, let's try that.
First one was a man. First one was a man. First one was a man.
God, I feel like right at the end of when Sean is talking, because Sean's like on top of it. But I feel like it's like, do you wanna? I hear that part. Do you wanna? I think. Anything from chat yet?
No. Heather says trying to something a defense. I'm assuming that's a
Okay.
one interpretation. Trying to something a defense.
Defend.
Defend.
Defend. Shall I hit it
Something
again?
like
Yeah, yeah.
First one was a man. First one was a man.
Oh,
First one was a man.
so Dale in our Facebook chat says it sounds like, do you want to stand against us? And I kind of hear
Yeah,
that
that's what I was thinking.
now that I see see that in print. Do you want to stand against us? Wow. That given the words,
that does kind of go with what we were getting.
yeah, but that's what I was just gonna say. Given the words we've been picking out of these ghost box responses, it's a little ominous. I'm not gonna lie. These are a little disturbing or comforting. I'm not sure which way to go with it.
But also remember that this was all around, which I think I have that one in here, but the opening of the witch box, and we were questioning whether we should do that or not, and they were telling whatever we were communicating was open it, and we're not, and then this happened. So maybe it's say, do you want to stand against us or them?
Oh, wait a minute. I think it's saying do as you wish.
Okay,
Maybe play it again.
let's listen.
Kind of sounded like. Yeah.
Did he say?
First one was a man. First one was a man. First one was a man. First one was a man.
Thoughts?
I know. I still think
No,
I still think we're closest with. What was it here? Do you want to stand against us or something along those lines, or them?
Yeah.
Do you want to stand against
Do you want
them?
to stand them? I think it's them against them, which would make sense with what we were dealing with at that time, as they were trying to get us to open the box. But I mean, I don't know. Here, I'll play it again.
Did he say family?
No. The first one was a man. The first one was a man. The first one was a man.
Do what you wanna. I mean, I can kind of hear the "do what you" underneath the Sean's voice thing, but at the end, I definitely hear the "against them." Do what you wanna against them. Is that possible?
Hard to say. It could be. It sounds like something
we
with the
try-
letter V at the end. Vent?
At the end.
I can't. Yeah.
All right, so
The first one was a man. The first one was a man. The first one was a man.
Hey, Brett,
The first one was a man.
yeah.
you remember how to slow it down or speed it up?
Vaguely.
That means no. I speak British. I know
Shut
what
your
he's
Bible.
saying. I know what he's vaguely.
So I go to the gearbox.
No, you do not go to the gearbox. You just right click on the thing. You got to have on a video. It's
On
got to
the
be a
thing.
video on the vMix input window for the video, and it says show or hide playback speed.
Got it. Okay. All right. So what do you want me to slow it
Vaguely.
down to?
I don't know. I would just say just experiment with it a little bit. Put it at 80% and try it. I don't know.
All right. That's exactly where I put it. 80%. Let's see what happens.
The first one was a man. The first one was a man.
Man, not a woman.
The first one was a man. The first one was a man.
I don't know.
I hear bench. Doesn't it sound like it's saying bench at the end?
Bench. Somebody.
Bench like you sit on?
Yeah. Somebody said a fence. I mean, it's
Something.
or defense, which was one of the first words that Heather heard. 13th podcast suggests, hey guys, anyway, good to see you guys. 13th podcast suggests we speed it up. So try it at like 110.
All right. Here we go.
The first one was a man.
Man, not a woman.
The first one was a man. The first one was a man. The first one was a man. The first one was a man.
That sounds a
I'm
lot
still
more
hearing
like.
the them at the end. I
I was going to say it sounds more like fence now.
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fence. Maybe
Man, not a
saying
woman.
The first one was a man.
Man, not a woman.
The first one was a man. The first one was a man.
Yeah, I can totally hear the fence part. Totally.
So we've got suggestions like, do you want a defense? Trying to take offense? Do you want to stand on the fence? I mean, there is a fence around that property, so maybe. Hey, Mandy, wait a second. Wasn't one of the things at the gate? I'm assuming I can tell this story. I think you know what I'm
Yeah.
about to say.
yes, I do.
When on the second night we opened up near the, what was it called, that area that we opened up the show with? The Earth Shrine?
That was
There's
Earth Gate. The Earth Gate. There's a fence right there. On the other, right on the other side of the fence, there's a mound. And
Yes.
there is an unconfirmed reports, we'll call them rumors, we're not sure, but the gatekeeper is very confident that there could be a body or two buried in that mound of victims, people that disappeared in that area, and he'll be the first to tell you his relatives were involved.
Yeah, it's true.
So
He said his relatives were some bad boys.
So the fence thing, could we be hearing something on the other side of the fence, something about the fence, given the fact that we think there are bodies buried of victims, people who were murdered in a mound just on the other side of that fence? With that in mind, could we be hearing something related to that?
All right,
Yes,
I'm going to go back down to
Jay,
100%.
Go ahead, Mandy.
I was just going to say that when we started off in the witches room there, the witches stead, I was connecting with that Sarah girl. That was one of the girls that had gone missing. And that story you just said about the mound is actually tied to her. And I kept saying she was following me. She followed me to the cave. She was probably right there at the dragon's table. Maybe that was one of the uncles that was coming through there, Uncle Tim or something. I don't know. That was talking about that.
I mean, one of the things we try to avoid is being biased in the way we're hearing this stuff based on a story or something like that. But we've kind of backed our way into this. People are hearing fence, dig fence, fence. So now all of a sudden this starts to tie together and starts to make some sense. So, yeah, let's listen to it with that in mind.
Okay, and Tanisha is saying in chat that the first two words she thinks she might be hearing is room 5. So,
okay,
let's see how this sounds now. And I'm back down to 100%.
First one was a man. First one was a man. First one was a man.
Do what you wanna beyond the fence.
I was just going to say, I hear beyond the fence now. Something beyond
Do what you
the
wanna
fence.
beyond the fence. All right, keep going.
First one was a man.
Oh shit, wrong button.
Did he say family?
First one was a man. First one was a man. First one was a man.
Did he?
Do what you wanna behind the fence.
Sounds like that's too many
That's what I'm
syllables.
got.
That sounds like too many syllables to me, though.
I don't know. All right,
Say
let's try it.
family.
No, that's a foreign language.
Part of that.
What the fuck? Come on.
Where's that man's voice?
That was a man, not a woman.
First one was a man. First one was a man.
Do what you wanna behind the fence.
First one was a man.
Man, not a woman.
That first one was a man. First one was a man.
I can't make out the first couple of beats there.
Who is not on to something? It sounds like who's not on something like that. It's
Yeah.
what I'm hearing. But it sounds like
All right, well, let's go over chat. I can only see the YouTube or the Facebook chat.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in the other chats? Anybody giving us ideas? Help?
Hey, Slacktastical, good to see you. Do you want me to come to the fence? Slacktastical heard. Do you want me to come to the fence? Slacktastical, tell me, Slacktastical, did you hear my discussion of why the fence in that voice makes sense? Did you hear that part of it? Because if you didn't, that makes what you've just heard even more curious. Heather says maybe they're saying the other side of the fence. Slacktastical did not hear me talk about the body that may be buried in the mound right on the other side of that fence.
Slacktastical lies.
That's rough.
He lies about me all the time.
Well, you know what?
I think he's making it up.
You know what? There's a lot of gray area between lying and making stuff up about you, Britt. A lot of gray area there.
I love you, Slacktastical. All right, now, okay, so he said what? Something what? What did he say?
Slacktastical said, do you want me to come to the fence?
All right, let's listen.
First one was a man.
Man, not a woman.
That first one was a man. First one was a man. First one was a man.
Man, I'm still hearing do what you wanna behind the fence. That's where I'm stuck at.
I just don't get that many syllables out of it. But what I'm hearing now, and I can't unhear it now, is do you want to be on the fence? But that doesn't make a lot of sense, so I don't know.
First one was a man.
Did he say?
It's like he yelled. He said that word really loud. I mean,
Yeah, like
loud.
emphasized it.
Man, not a
Emphasized it.
woman. A
That
woman
first
can't
one
do
was a
it.
man. The first one was a man.
Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, I think we kind of hammered that one pretty good. No.
You're gonna stand.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna stand. Okay, so Chris thinks the first part is you're gonna stand. So if we had the fence, Keith hears, I hear inside the fence. Pam said bench at the end instead of fence, maybe. 13th
There's a
podcast.
bench out in the bamboo.
Oh, there is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Oh, that's right. There is.
Yeah.
And that's on the other side of the fence, too.
yeah, but if he's saying bench, then he's not saying fence.
I'm just saying it's beyond the fence also. But, all right. Do we move on to the next one?
I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Have we worked over this one? Have you slowed it down and listened to it? We have, Selectastical. Maybe they were threatening you guys, like they're going to put you on the other side of the fence, like the body in the mound. Ooh, that's an interesting thought.
Ooh. Oh, kind of like in Yellowstone when they take you to the train station.
No.
For those who watch Yellowstone.
So Dale is back with
No.
against us. You want to stand against us, which is where we kind of were in the beginning of this. So
I mean, that works. That.
Did he say family?
No.
Man, not a woman.
That
A woman
first
can't
one
do
was
it.
a man. The first one was a man. The first one was a man. The first one man. The first one was a man.
Did he say family?
No, that's a foreign language. Part of that. Man, not a woman. The first one was a man. The first one was a man. Man, not a woman. The first one was a man.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
well, Selectastical now says you want I should come to the fence. You want I should come to the fence.
Oh, maybe. I guess we just got another 45 cents.
Oh,
45
thank you,
stars, or
thank
however
you,
that works.
Chris. Thank you.
We need like a button to push that makes party stuff go off every time we get stars.
I can make that happen. That can happen. I can also do this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's something wrong with you.
Iowa just came in and
All
said,
right,
"Okay, we can now
are we
begin."
good with this one?
Yeah.
What happened?
Iowa Joe just came into the chat and said, "Okay, we can begin now," because he's here.
All right, well, let's start with this one then. This will be our first one right here.
It sounded like English to me.
Why do you want the box opened? It's cold over here again,
Yeah, I can totally feel it.
big time.
Will I be in danger if I open the box?
So that's the one I'm curious with. There's two of them. One in the very beginning when Chastity asks, why do we want the box open? But then when I ask about, am I in danger, I think it says something right there. That's kind of where I was focusing. So I'll play that one a couple times and see what y'all think.
I open the box. I'd be in danger if I open the box. I'd be in danger if I open the box. I'd be in danger if I open the box. I'd be in danger if I open the box.
Of course.
Any ideas?
Of course. Of course.
Oh. What do you think, Mandy?
Yeah, I think it sounds like I couldn't quite make it out. It sounds like it's saying two words, but I'm not for sure what it is.
Yeah, I thought it said it's important. That's what I was going
That's
with.
what I.
But of
that's
course,
what I
now
heard.
it's the-
That's what I heard at first. Important. I heard important, but as I listened to it more, it started to sound like, of course.
All right. Oh, you know what? Look, Tanisha saying, "Of course," with exclamation point. That's in Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Heather is still on.
Heather
the
and Mary
last
Grace both think they heard "of course."
All right, let's play it again.
I'd be in danger if I opened the box. I opened the box. I opened the box. I opened the box.
Time.
Will I be in danger if I open the box?
I still hear important. I hear the P part. The imp.
I do hear, of course, and it's real quick. Of course.
That's what I hear too.
I'd be in danger if I open the box.
Time.
Will I be in danger if I open the box?
Time.
Will I be in danger if I open the box?
Well, I kind of like it's important more than of course because
Hey, you've already done it, so whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
because you did it already.
Nothing happened
and then
to
I
you.
didn't
It
win the $1
happened
billion
to me.
lottery.
Yeah, it happened to me. My wheel almost fell off on the ride home.
Yeah. Interesting. What's the other chat? Any of the other chats chiming in with anything?
Scooter's mixing it up here, saying that maybe he's hearing "you're close." Could be just the radio making a beep sound like it hit a higher station. It could just be the radio making a beep sound like it might hit a higher station. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but let's listen for that.
I'd be in danger if I open the box. I'd be in danger if I open the box. 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 I open the box.
I don't hear a beep in there.
Yeah, I'm hearing a voice, not a beep. It sounds like a voice to me.
Yeah. The other interesting thing, because I mean, obviously, I listened to this whole thing all the way through. So we're kind of grabbing this. You're getting the spirit box out. It has a cadence to it that it goes through as it's sweeping, and it's weird because it's like when we did it earlier in the day when it didn't do anything for us. You know, this is definitely different. That's why the one that we showed last week, where I'm like, it wasn't doing this before. All these voices is definitely different, and what's interesting is a lot of these voices. There were 3 different distinct voices I think we heard that night, but they would come in, so they would be all over the frequency range. It wasn't like it was going around and we're hitting the same frequency range the whole time, and it was like this weird timing cadence that we could get. It was all random, which means that these voices were coming through at different points in the spectrum of the AM, FM radio frequency range. So, and then also some of the things we got, like the one we got, died at the stake, evil. I mean, that was like a second and a half. That's like 9 radio frequencies it jumped for that to come out. So, this was different because I know what Ghost Hunter Dude is saying. Yeah, that guy is saying. But that's a much quicker hit. It's like a hey. It's like that fast. That could anything that short you just gotta throw out. But if it's like it's important or of course or the one before that, which was what was it was God, I've already lost
the other side of the
head.
fence,
what was
come to the fence, or
the other side of the fence. That is way too long to be one hit on one radio. The radio's going way faster. The scan is way faster than that. So with that said, I still don't hear a beep. But it's not to say that what he's saying is wrong. I mean, there are a lot of times weird anomalies happen that it is just the radio, but normally those are like snap quick, which is why we don't scan super slow. We try to scan faster. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that.
Hey, well,
anything in chat rolling in?
I just want to say hi to Ian, who's checking in from Tasmania. which,
Jesus,
as you know,
Tasmania.
Britt, where Tasmania is.
In Las Vegas, right next to the Venetian.
Tasmania off of the Australian continent, of course, where the Tasmanian devil
down
comes
there.
from. Yeah, it is. Other side of the world. Wow.
Yeah, everything down in that neck of the world, it will kill you.
Yeah, it will. It will. Maybe it was just a
insane
loud
down there.
noise to confirm your question. That's the Slactastical. That's the problem with this. It's a lot of interpretation involved in figuring out what we're hearing, and it could be a lot of things. But the thing that makes it interesting, whether it's the fence comment that we heard before, or it's this one, which we're interpreting to say, even if it's important, if there's something with the word important, or if it's of course, both of those things are relative to the question that was being asked. Both of those things can be connected to what Britt asked just prior to hearing that. So, if he had said, will I get hurt if I open it and they say blue, or we hear blue, then we know there's not a connection. But the words we're hearing, even prior to making the connection, we're hearing those words, and there is a relevance to what he was asking. So that makes it a little more important, makes it a little more relative.
A little interesting in my mind. Do we want to keep going on this? We got someone from the UK also. Trent. Hello, Trent from the UK.
Oh, nice.
What, do we have to talk to
No,
Trent,
it's not Trent.
with a really bad American-British?
It's not Trent. It's Ghost on Trent. Trent,
well, I was just
Trent is a
shortening
river.
it.
Trent is a river.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Well, how would I know that? I don't live in Europe. I barely even know the river in my own city.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh. Anything on Trent.
You're telling me you know about the river on Trent?
No, but I do. I happen to. But there are a lot of rivers in England I wouldn't know. But when it's something on something, that means it's on the river, whatever. Like, I don't know if they say London on Thames, but it would be, that
Jeez,
the
we got
Thames
someone
is a
from
river.
New Zealand.
Oh, my God. I'm explaining this. No wonder you don't learn it, because you're not listening to me.
I was saying hi to the Kiwi.
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue with the river on Trent.
I'm just saying that when the Brits use something on, like Stratford on Avon, you know that it's a city on the Avon River. That's what that means.
Got it.
So you don't have to know there's an Avon River.
You just got to know that it's a river that this town is on. So Ghost on Trent is saying you're correct. So there you go. Now let your head get bigger.
I knew I was right, but that's okay. But thank you for the confirmation, Britt.
Oh, my God, you're killing me. Anyway.
Stoke-on-Trent.
Anyway, and we... Yes.
Okay,
yes.
anyway.
And Bon Zam is from New Zealand. Hello, Bon. I actually raced lawnmowers with a guy who's from New Zealand.
Oh, my God. So Bon said, afternoon, guys, and Mandy from New Zealand. He wants to make sure he points out Mandy, ghost sister extraordinaire.
Have you investigated New Zealand, Mandy?
Did you read Ghost on Trent's next comment before you go to Mandy? Did you read that comment?
That he said, thank you, JV, and you're correct?
And?
Hello, Ian, you're right.
No, before that. You're skipping it.
Stoke-on-Trent.
No, that's after that. Mandy, do you see it?
Mandy, you're too quiet.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
JV is well endowed.
No, that's not what he said. My God. Okay, forget it. Move on. Talk to Mandy.
Talk to Mandy?
Yeah,
why am I talking to Mandy?
Because you were started to, and I interrupted you. That's why. See, Britt's like a squirrel. He just he loses it. He doesn't
you
remember
have no
where
idea.
he was.
Yeah. I'm ADD and a Gemini, so it's really bad. No, I was just asking Mandy because she knows everybody from all these far off countries. Have you ever investigated New Zealand?
No, but I'd like to.
Well, when we take paranormal reality,
any foreign
when we
countries?
take paranormal reality TV on the road internationally, then Ghost Sisters will be going with us probably, and because Mandy sets up all the locations, so we'll do. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. She might as well be our case manager. Jesus. She's got all the ins.
She's got, yeah. Chris put
have you
an emoji of a jet. He's ready to go.
He's ready to go. Have you investigated anywhere outside the U.S., Mandy?
No, but we've actually talked about going over to Ireland because one of our big followers, Seeker James, is from Ireland, and we've talked about going over there investigating castles. But that's just talking. But I'd love to.
That's just talking. Well, you never know what this can roll into. Life has a strange way of doing things. I never thought I'd end up on Ghost Hunters looking for ghosts, and somehow it happened.
Well,
so.
Take a second, Britt. I mean, you know what Ghost on Trent was saying about me complimenting me. I want to compliment you for a second. You traveled internationally doing investigations.
Yeah, 13 different countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 countries.
Apart from the fact that, maybe people view ghosts differently, the whole concept is a little different depending on the culture. Was there any other striking difference that you saw with investigations overseas versus what we do here?
Everything over there is so much older, and everything apparently is haunted. So when they would say, "Oh, what are you here for?" Because we're Americans, and I have a stupid American accent, and we say, "Well, we're with a ghost show. We're looking for ghosts," and people are like, "Oh yeah, everything's haunted." Everything's haunted. Hey, did you go over there? Did you do this? Did you go there? Did you do this? Did you go? Hey, there's one right. It's like, yeah. So everything over there is haunted. But I mean. It's all basically it's all the same. With the advent of the internet, we're all able to talk to each other and post our things, and we're all piggybacking off each other's styles and new pieces of equipment and ways of investigating, and so it kind of just permeates the world, and it's all pretty straightforward. And the reality is, the equipment's the equipment. We're monitoring the environment, looking for fluctuations. There's only so much equipment that can do that. It's already made. You don't have to invent a new wheel. I mean, So it was the same. The only thing that was weird was being rousted by the KGB. Because we were in the Eastern Bloc countries.
Yeah.
So I was in frickin' Tel Aviv. The hotel that we stayed in Tel Aviv, Ukraine, is gone.
Hold on. First of all, Tel Aviv. Hold on, Britt. Tel Aviv.
Not Tel Aviv.
Is in
Lviv.
Israel.
I meant Lviv. Yes, Lviv. Lviv, Ukraine. Yeah. Hey, keep up. Keep up. But that was a trip. But it was cool. Those people were awesome. And most people were awesome to us. Barry's Polish GPS got us lost in Poland.
Oh, man.
That was an interesting trek. We ended up on the dirt road that Hitler took to escape out of Poland.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Why was Hitler in Poland?
Pretty cool. Well, didn't he invade that area?
Yeah, not personally. He sent an army to do that. He didn't do it personally. Anyway, that's fine.
Yeah, well, wherever Hitler was, is it called the war? Where did the bomb blow up that almost killed him?
That was in Berlin.
Where they tried to assassinate him.
Oh no, that was in it was in Prussia. It was in Prussia. It was in Prussia. It wasn't Poland.
And where is that at?
It's near Poland, but it's not in Poland. It's the northeast part of Germany.
Right. Wherever he was at, where they blew up where he almost got blown up, that's where we were at, and it got us lost, and we ended up on the road that he was using to leave.
Okay, well, I'd say that was probably, it's very close to the Polish border, so that's probably, it's probably close. Probably close.
I mean, fuck, I barely know when I leave California going into Arizona, so, I'm over in a country I have no idea.
All right, do we have more evidence?
We were on a dirt road. Yeah, I got lots more evidence.
Okay.
But you guys keep talking. Let's go to this one. I have no idea what this one was, so let's just listen to it.
Are you mad now that we're not going to open it?
So that's the first hit that when I looked at you, JV, and I went, it wasn't doing that before. So I'm just curious if we can make out what that says.
And now that we're not going to open it? Not going to open it? Not going to open it?
Can you make anything out of that?
Well,
Sounds like a whisper.
I heard, oh, yeah, or at first I thought, go for it. And then I thought, oh, yeah. Heather says, darn it. Iowa Joe says,
heard,
why not?
No, duh.
Would you hear no duh?
No, duh. Like a kid going, no, duh. Like, of course, open it, idiot.
Words, but it was so like almost like a faint whisper. I couldn't make it out.
Play it a couple more times, Britt.
It's really low.
All right.
Not gonna open it.
Oh, you know what I'm hearing? Who was that politician that got arrested, had the really great hair, went to prison, or had a lot of hair? Agoyevich?
Rod Blagojevich.
It was Jersey?
No, it was Illinois.
That's what, I'm hearing Rob Blagojevich.
It was Illinois. It was.
Oh man.
Well, another corrupt state.
You
Jersey,
hear
Illinois,
no wait
same.
you hear him saying his name, or you think it's him talking? What do you mean?
Well, maybe it is him talking, but I'm hearing. Well, he's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's not dead. But I didn't understand what you were saying there.
I'm hearing Rob Blagojevich.
You're hearing his name
No,
being
I'm
said?
thinking of saying Rob Blagojevich, but I could be totally wrong. I don't know.
Well, we all could be.
What do you
totally
think,
wrong.
Mandy?
I can't make it out. It's like a real lower whisper, but I can't even get a word in on what he's saying.
Well, again, I keep going back to oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey Kim, just want to say hi to you. Checking into
You think
chat.
it's oh yeah? You think it's oh yeah?
At first I was like booyah, but that doesn't make any sense. So oh yeah.
Booyah. All right, let's listen again. See? Rob Blagojevich.
I definitely don't hear Rod Blagojevich. Definitely don't hear that.
His uncles were in the military.
Oh yeah,
Why do you know that?
because she's talked to Rick a lot.
Yes.
Oh, Rick, I thought you were saying Rob Blagojevich's uncles were in the military a lot. Wow, how did she know that?
Slacktastical here. Slacktastical is definitely hearing DiMaggio, Joe DiMaggio. Oh, that's hilarious.
My God. Screw you, Taxical.
That's hilarious.
Should I try and slow it down?
Yeah.
All right, dropping to 80%.
Not gonna open it.
I still can't tell.
Yeah, the best I can come up with is,
okay,
oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to speed it up.
Not gonna open it.
Dr. Goyevich?
I don't hear, where are you hearing all those syllables? I don't hear that many syllables. Am I missing something?
I don't know.
Are you hearing that little...
Dr. Goyevich. No?
Well, I'm not...
You were saying something?
I was just saying that there's like a little tick of something before the words that I'm hearing, and I'm wondering if you're hearing a word, like you said, doctor or whatever, in that little tick that I'm not hearing.
Yeah, I think so, maybe. Let's listen.
Not gonna open it.
Yeah, I'm hearing two
It
words,
sounds like
Dr.
no.
Goyevich.
Right at the end, I actually think I heard something that time, and it sounds like a man saying nope. And before I couldn't hear anything, but that's weird. I
Are
actually
you
just heard that.
hold on, Mandy? Are you reading chat at all?
No.
Okay, because Slactastical just said I keep hearing along nope, a nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's try that.
Not gonna open it.
Yep. He says nope.
Nope. All right. All right. All right. Is that so we beat that one to death now?
I think that everyone seems to be circling in on this nope idea. So I'm not sure where else we can go with it. Mary Grace said, I hope. What was the question that Chastity asked right before that?
Are you mad that we're not opening it?
Okay.
So maybe, maybe not. All right. All right, let's try this one. Oh, no audio. Hold on. Wrong button.
Who are you?
He tricked us.
I
you hear
remember
it?
that. Yes.
You. You.
I mean, that's pretty plain as day, no?
Yes. Yeah, you can hear that one really good.
It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. And by the look on our faces at the time, we obviously were a bit shocked by that response because it was so obvious at the time.
Yeah, so clear, so punchy through. So, I mean, yeah. Let's see what is let's see what chat says with that. I'll play it a couple more times.
You.
He tricked us.
Who tricked you?
No, I didn't.
It seems to be pretty direct.
Yeah, they're saying
And
they.
chat's all on that too?
Dale says he heard it tricked us. Bonzam, she said, now that sounded like words.
Yeah, Mary Grace says he tricked us. Iowa Joe's back on the other one, says maybe they were asking for the Pope instead of nope.
Well, I mean, the Pope. Well, there is a Pope stick in there, or a Pope rosary from the black Pope. In that table, there's something from the Pope in that table.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, so Slacktaskle might be being funny, but he might be right.
Sure.
But that's the last one I got.
Hold on. Slactastical wants to know what was the question right before that one where he tricked us. What was it? The question that we were asking.
Real far.
Who are you?
He tricked us.
So it's who are
Who
you?
tricked you?
No, I didn't trick you.
Who are you was the question that Mandy asked.
And then it came back. But I wish I had a longer before that, because I think we were talking about the witch's box and struggling with that, opening it, not opening it, etc. right before all that. So, but that was a different sounding voice too.
Yep.
That was like I think that's the third voice, which I don't think was Rob Blagojevich. It might have been Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio for sure. Oh my God.
But I think Joe DiMaggio has a stronger Italian accent.
Oh man, too funny.
But
so that was
right.
the last one.
That's all I
you had?
got for tonight.
Yeah.
That's the last one I got.
Yeah. Well, we're still plowing through
how
this
have we
stuff.
been going?
Just an hour. It's been on an hour.
Oh, okay.
But we're still plowing through this stuff.
And there's still a lot more to go. I haven't even gotten to the second night.
Yeah.
And I haven't even got to the stuff in the cave.
I'm interested.
And I haven't even gotten to the stuff in the witch's room.
I'm interested. First of all, okay, so let me back up here. I meant to mention this to you, Britt, earlier, and I completely forgot about it. I watched Mandy's video on her YouTube channel, on the Ghost Sisters YouTube channel, of the night that and who were you with? You were sitting in front of that door in the cave with somebody. It wasn't someone I recognized.
That girl, she used to be on our team, but she's not no more.
Okay, so the two of you were sitting there, and I can't remember exactly what you were doing, but you talked about this, the fact that door slammed. And I watched that video, and there's no mistaking what's going on there. And Britt, I hope you get a chance to watch it too, because it is. And after that door slammed, did you guys look in that room? And I know we looked in it when we were there, and there was a hot water heater or something in there. But did you have a look and investigate inside there to see what may or may not have been going on if it wasn't supernatural?
Rick came out and just to show everybody, because we were live. And he wanted to show everybody what was behind the door, and no, there was nothing but the water pumps. That was it. And you guys seen how little that is. I mean, Rick's like 6'5",
Yeah, no, there's no way he could fit in there based on what we saw when we were there. But that is a really interesting video, and I wish I had it because we would play it so people knew what we were talking about. But that was pretty crazy. And it was the video is just the whole incident, and it does it twice, right? It goes boom, and then it goes boom, and you guys get up and what the heck? Yeah, I mean, it must have startled you because that was right behind you. It was right behind you. You were sitting on the coffin.
Well, yeah, I also started getting affected by the energy that was in that cave. I felt this like a whole bunch of like electricity just come up on me, and I started getting really angry towards her. And when I went back and watched that live, I was like, oh, I was angry. It was like something was affecting me. And they were coming through the ink box saying, leave, get out. And they just kept getting angry at us. And we just kept on talking and it just kept getting more angrier.
Yeah, it's a really interesting clip. And if anybody wants to see it, go to the Ghost Sisters YouTube page. I don't know if you've got it on Facebook, but it's definitely on the YouTube page. And it's titled, it basically, I think you even say You're a Shrine Door Slam or something like that. It was easy to find. You have to scroll down a little bit. Pretty cool. What do you want to, since we have you here, Mandy, what do you want to tell us about where we're going to be as a group in a week and a half?
We are going to be on October 27th, October 28th. We will be in Bland, Missouri at Cooper Hill Village.
And what is Cooper Hill?
Let's hope it's not Bland.
What is the village? What is Cooper Hill Village?
It is a location. It's built in the early 1800s, and it has a lot of history at this location. Back in those days, there were maybe a small community that was on this hill, which was the village. And they even have a cemetery that is dedicated to the people who lived in Cooper Hill. It's got a long history of different things there at this location.
But is it basically a ghost town? I mean, they're abandoned. I mean, they're owned by the person who's invited us. But yeah. So it's kind of a ghost town.
Yes, there's only one building that is functioning, and that is the main building, which is the Leach's house. Leach was the one, I think he pretty much ran Cooper Hill. So he had the biggest property in the village. And it was said, too, that soldiers actually went and stayed there as a hideout in the actual, I think it was the basement or the cellar or something like that. They used to, like a camp for the soldiers too, back in those days in the early 1800s.
In the early 1800s or the Civil War?
I think so. Maybe it was the Civil War. I'm wrong. Sorry.
I don't know for sure. I just don't know what soldiers would have been doing in the early 1800s there. I don't think.
Yeah, late 1800s or the 1900s, something like that. I do know that so during the Civil War, the soldiers were said to have actually have camped out at this location.
Okay. Well, regardless, it's going to be a bit of a technical challenge for us, Britt, which we're always up for a good technical challenge because there's multiple buildings. It's a large footprint.
Are we really?
No, we're not. It was kind of a joke because we always get stymied, but we'll figure out a way to get it done like we did at Bailey Seton.
16 acres.
How many?
I think there's like 16 acres.
Yikes.
And there's, but the houses are not like really far apart. They're all really together. So that's a good thing.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway, it's going to be a great investigation.
We'll have Alex with us, so it'll all go good.
The drill sergeant will be on site, making sure that we're getting stuff done. Absolutely.
Is she going to wear those really tall black boots and have the riding crop and whip us when we're not working hard enough?
Hey, listen, I wouldn't. She doesn't have. All she has to do is give you the look, and you don't need a whip. It stings just as much. That look stings just as much as the whip does. I can tell you that.
Oh God.
Anyway, Mandy,
I think we're done for the night.
We are. I just want to give Mandy an opportunity. What else do you have going on that you want to let people know about?
We have some different things in the works. There is a location that I just got contacted about today in our hometown. It is a really old asylum right smack uptown in my hometown here. And we have been wanting to get in this location since we started 6 years ago. And now the opportunity has come our way. So that's pretty big for us. So I am working on hopefully getting in maybe on Halloween night. If not, we're looking at hopefully November.
Wow, that's terrific. That's great. Keep us updated on that one.
Nice.
That sounds amazing. Very cool. You have the best. I'm not going to call it luck because you have a skill that makes it happen. It's not luck with locations. You have a real knack for finding and working with the people and bringing locations to a team. It's fantastic. Mandy, thanks for jumping in. I know it was last minute for you, and I know you just finished another podcast. I don't know how you find the hours in the day to do all this stuff, but thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me.
And we'll talk to you soon because we got a plan next week when we're all meeting in Missouri. So we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Give Chris a kiss on the lips for us.
Yes. And make sure he's finished downloading Apex because we got to do some gaming. So make sure.
I'll stay on.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Mandy. We're going to let you go, and Britt and I are going to close it. All right. Thanks. Oh,
Bye.
man. Yeah. So you definitely have to check out Mandy's video of the door slam thing because having been there now, it makes a lot more sense. And had I thought
and it will make you touch cotton.
Well, had I known Mandy was going to be with us tonight, I would have pulled that clip down so we had it. We could have talked about it, but I didn't know she was going to jump on, which was great. She did, but
all right.
So listen, that
was cool.
Yeah, we're gonna finish the night. Thanks for helping us out with these not EVPs, but thanks for helping us out trying to decipher what we were hearing through those Spirit Box hits. And please consider subscribing to our Facebook channel. It's a really easy way to help support what we're doing. As we just said, next week we're heading to Missouri. Britt's flying in. I'm driving out there. 2-day drive for me to get there with any reason without having to just go 24 hours straight. And 2 days drive back. These are not easy endeavors for us, but we love doing it. We love bringing you the live investigations at a TV quality level that no one else is doing it that way. And we're really proud of the product we're delivering and the investigations we're doing and stuff like you just watched. These things we're catching, they're amazing. So if you could find it in your hearts to subscribe, help us that way. We know a bunch of people threw some stars into the Facebook chat today. Thank you. That's also a way to help. Super chats are a way to help. And if you watch on Twitch, you can subscribe there too. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can actually link that Prime account to your subscription on our page on Twitch, and it doesn't cost you anything. So having said that, I will thank everybody who has already done any of those things from the bottom of our hearts because it really, really helps us get this stuff done.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Speaking of which, I got to show you this.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. This is not going to be good. I'm telling you right now. This is not. Oh, the new soundboard. That's good. The new soundboard showed up. Sweet. Does that mean we can have more people mic'd up?
What it means is, I mean, we could technically. I don't know that we want that. It's already confusing enough with the number of people we currently mic up. However, what this is going to do for us, this board adds the ability to independently record everybody's mic channel.
Oh, nice.
Which also means we can independently record things. Cards. Which also means we can independently record spirit boxes through the board. Other devices that we want to have a separate audio file for that device by itself. So like the thing we were just the clips we were just listening to, imagine if we had those without our voices talking over the beginnings and ends of them. You know, we had a clean recording of just that. It would be maybe more helpful, maybe not. I don't know. And we'd have to listen to them side by side. But it would be another way for us to analyze this stuff in a more pristine way. So anyway, that's one of the things this board is going to do for us.
And that's what your support helps us buy.
Well,
stuff to make this better.
That's what my support helps us buy at this point.
Well, but...
No, I know what you're saying, and you're absolutely right.
Every little bit helps.
You're absolutely right.
Every little bit helps.
You hit the... So, yeah. So anyway, so that's pretty exciting. We're looking forward to employing that. And to answer your question... Slacktastical, are we going to have another Booze, Brews, and Bros with Sacco and Valdo? I hope so. I hope we get a chance to do that again. Valdo and I had talked about doing some Conrad Brooks films as we lead up to Halloween, but in all honesty, I just have not had the time to do it, given everything else that we've got going on right now. But hopefully we will, because they're a lot of fun, and we have a good time doing it. So hopefully that answers your question. Pam, thank you so much. We still have you on our short list as a chauffeur, a driver for us. I know you want to drive us to some of these locations, so you're on that list. And I think you're the only person on that list, so you have a pretty good shot of it when we get there. All right. Anything else, Britt?
You are the list.
Oh boy!
Oh, I just try not to yawn.
There it is. He's been fighting that one for a while.
It's 7:47.
He's been
It's 7:47, and I need to go lay down. Because that's what I do at this time.
Okay, you go lie down, and everybody else, thank you for being here tonight, and we'll keep you updated with stuff that's going on. Plus, of course, we've got the live investigations coming up. Not this coming Friday, Saturday, but a week from this Friday, Saturday. The weekend before Halloween. Halloween falls on a Tuesday. So, thanks everybody. Thanks for all the help. Thanks for everything.
Bye.
Bye.
Everything. Thanks for everything.